When a narcissist thinks they're done with you, why are they crushing you? Following is a discussion of the extremely grave physiological impacts of narcissistic abuse. Therefore, I request that you all maintain my pace. Few individuals can fully comprehend what it is like to be abused by a narcissist. Why? Considering how few people have genuinely encountered a narcissist, then they will begin to inquire, why did you stay so long? What do you attribute your inability to anticipate this event to? And a number of related questions. These inquiries are isolating because they call one's experience in the aftermath of a traumatic event into question. You continually question yourself, am I being overly dramatic? Should I refrain from exaggerating a minor issue? Am I the one who is mentally ill? You are not. I assure you that it is for your own benefit. In addition, I will explain why this is the case. I will discuss 5 warning signs that your relationship with a narcissist is harmful. To support this channel's content, start by selecting subscribe and then the bell icon. Thanks to your subscription, you will never miss an update and can be of tremendous assistance to us. I suppose we should then get underway. First, you lack an understanding of who they are at their essence. Initially, a narcissist will be kind and considerate toward you, but as their influence grows, their true colors will emerge, and a monster you never knew existed will be revealed. However, this monster doesn't last long, and this nice man eventually reappears. They never disclose their true nature and continuously shift positions so that you never lose sight of them. It is frustrating to have to continually adjust your thoughts and emotions due to this instability. Both your positive and negative emotions from different eras are inaccurate, and vice versa. Healthy relationships do not alter the fundamental essence of either partner. The relationship between Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde does not undergo any abrupt, unexplained change. However, it is impossible to predict a narcissist's behavior. They may be callous and distant one moment, and then kind and angelic the next. It is difficult for the mind to reconcile the paradox that the person who brings you the most happiness can also cause you the most suffering. Consequently, the confusion. Do you consider them to be narcissists? What benefit did it serve if this is the case? You may ponder why they were ideal for your relationship at a particular time. Such interrogation has no place in a healthy relationship. Why are you unable to make a decision regarding the person you were with? In other terms, do you know without a doubt who they are? If you have experienced a similar situation, expressing your thoughts in the comments section may help other survivors realize they are not alone. In addition, you are aware that you should avoid the narcissist, but your emotions prevent you from doing so. It is impossible to predict a narcissist's behavior because they are constantly altering. The mere act of being in the narcissist's presence triggers a chemical response in your brain and body, causing you to crave their company. Despite knowing that spending time with this individual is detrimental, you continue to pursue them. They are motivated not by a desire to see you healthy, but rather by your nervous system. You desire intimate relationships with others. As you became acquainted with them, you developed an instant rapport. Even though you desire to be with them, you prefer to be alone. Not how normal relationships function. Despite the pain, it is sometimes necessary to end a relationship with someone who is not a suitable match. With a narcissist, however, you might as well be shut up. You are aware that you must move on, but a part of you still desires to cling to what is evidently doomed. Consider the positive aspects of your inability to cease. What a grave error they are about to commit. I pray they realize it. Nothing ever changes despite your greatest efforts and the passage of time. The situation is deteriorating. You are experiencing a great deal of mental anguish and sadness. Grieving is more difficult when a narcissist has caused you to lose both the person you were and the person you desired to be. Your expectations for a brighter future with this person have been dashed, and this has wounded your heart. You are miserable because you have sacrificed so much for this relationship, such as your time, affection, career, money, children, etc. You are saddened by how effortlessly they were able to manipulate and deceive you during your time together. The emotional agony of being deceived is the source of tremendous sadness for many individuals. Due to the ineffectiveness of their love bombing, they deceived you at the most inopportune moment. Always, someone betrays you. They convinced you that your way of thinking was correct. Their decision to abandon you to fend for yourself among the beasts was a betrayal. Clearly, the anguish you have been experiencing is warranted. Nothing of the sort would ever occur in a healthy relationship. You are depressed, but it is not fatal. It requires time and effort to recover from the hurt a narcissist's betrayal has caused. Your grief encompasses a vast array of complex emotions. You are extremely surprised by this. It is impossible to comprehend how dreadful humans can be unless one has witnessed it firsthand. Someone stole from you, deceived you, and convinced you of a magnificent lie. Unfortunately, they gave us nightmares instead of peaceful slumber. With their introduction, they have entirely flipped your world on its head and thrown you for a loop. You cannot believe they possess a malevolent nature. You cannot conceive of the possibility that someone could alter so drastically or be nothing but a lie. It is normal to question one's resilience in the face of such calamity. When this occurs, it is natural to question your judgment and ponder if you overlooked the obvious. You are a complete moron for overlooking this apparent chance to end the surprise. The truth about the narcissist and your relationship with them is that they are cold, spiteful, and trapping. Everything seems too unlikely to be a performance. There was no authenticity, transparency, closeness, or familial bonding. It was all a sadistic game that they played with your life. Nobody will be able to place themselves in your position and explain why someone would behave in this manner. Number 5 is the penultimate item. The most recent is that you have PTSD symptoms, despite the fact that this condition is rarely associated with narcissistic abuse trauma. You have trouble sleeping, eating, getting started, being hypervigilant, being chronically fatigued, experiencing emotional and visual flashbacks, dissociating and focusing. Mind, body and hormone disorders, such as irritable bowel syndrome, Crohn's disease, fibromyalgia, multiple sclerosis, and hypothyroidism are excluded. Abuse by a narcissist is more difficult to recover from due to unusual symptoms such as cognitive dissonance, trauma bonding, and Stockholm syndrome. Such emotions do not occur when a healthy and normal relationship terminates. You are beginning to feel better after a brief period of sadness has passed. To move forward in your life, you must absolve yourself and them. That is the end of the matter. There is no time to squander. Proceed without delay. There is no remaining loose filament. When terminating a relationship with a narcissist, there are numerous factors to consider. In order to ensure your survival, your body and brain will alter in response to a very demanding and stressful partner. And this causes tension throughout the body, including the brain. They would ultimately become exhausted, which would result in an entirely new set of health issues. If you are experiencing both uncommon and common trauma symptoms, it is evident that the person you were with was seriously unwell. In addition, there were numerous additional issues. You have endured a substantial amount of suffering. Before I conclude this episode, I'd like to know with which of these signs you identify most intensely. Provide your best predictions and thoughts as a comment. The episode for today has concluded. As an interim measure, let's prioritize health improvement. Please join us in the subsequent video.